You know, I don't have my water. If somebody finds it somewhere, far between here and my water. It's here. It's here. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Level 2 class. Today, it's our free day. It's our free day. And it's still a pandemic. Did you get it yet? Hopefully not. Or if you did, drumming's the cure. 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 Thank you for coming here today. We are Asheville Rhythm in the heart of Asheville Rhythm in the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Smokies. Because it's smoking out there tonight, folks. It's also getting a little chilly. We have Brandy on mission control over here, reaching out with you and connecting with you with the cameras and with the chatterama. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Rima Luna out there, keeping our village real as our outreach community coordinator. And we have Trish in the house, keeping all the fancy paperwork clears to make sure we do not end up homeless and out in the woods just with a burlap bag and a drum. It's actually not a horrible life. Maybe 2 burlap bags and 2 drums. Even be better, because the woods are always cozy. Welcome for you, to you. We welcome you into our rhythm studio over here. We have all kinds of things and sound making devices that are just going to go on for the next 90 minutes. And this is this is going to be the first level 1. If you were there, that was a little bit more on the beginning style, because there's always those people who just have, our level 1 class has gone beyond beginners over the last many years. We've been doing this for 10 years now. 10 years now. Unbelievable. Might even be 11. And the level 2 is going to be about the same as what we usually do. So if it's your first time, I kept a few hits in there. We're still going to do the take 5 that we started last week. We'll do that closer to the end. We will do one of our hits, the Hijaz Mandira piece, in the later in the class, which is kind of what we did. We started doing it in this level 1 class today, and this video here will be up online for you forever. And since a lot of you, what do you think, Brandy? A lot of them joined in the first one today. So we go through a whole thing of tones and strokes and rhythm building blocks. I mean, we won't do that, because if you want to do that, you can just go back in the archive and watch the other one, because these ones will be free forever until free stops being free, whatever that means in the YouTube land. But at this moment, even if you've been drumming today, even if you meditated for 2 hours this morning, let's just have a quick scanning of our body and focus in on the breath. Just tuning into the breath, taking a few nice deep breaths, and each time you breathe, perhaps it's a little taller and a little longer. Just feeling your spinal column stretch out. Visualize, just like we went through the thing in the first class, just imagine what gets to all your pads on your fingers. 4 pads on each finger, right? What gets there? How does it get there from your root? How do we make our body mechanism work? 16 in the fingers and 3 in each thumb, right? So you have 19 in each hand, 38 pads, right, that you're feeling. The ones between the knuckles. Last class, I want you to ask you feel the knuckles, like marbles in each joint, but it's the pads really that are going to touch the drum, right? And how do you get your energy from your center up through your spinal column, branching out the base of your neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, all very fluid as you make a shimmy with your hips. Just see if you can get your shoulders to relax. Then relax your neck. If you need to do a head roll, whatever it makes you happy, just do it. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. When you go to pick up your drum, we're not going to pick up your body to go on the drum that way. You're going to loosen this up, and then we're going to drop this like this. You're going to, as if something's pulling it from here, right? Not from here. This has to stay relaxed, whether you're playing handheld style or on your lap. This has to be here, and this has to be loose. What tends to happen is this happens. So we're letting up all your pads, right? And then feeling energy here, going down your legs into the soles of your feet. And that's where we're going to get our groove happening. One more deep breath, lifting up the sternum a little bit, rolling your shoulder blades back. Good, and as you exhale, as you create a nice strong skeletal system in your inhalation, in your exhalation, just feel all your cartilage and your muscles and your tendons and your electricity and all your fluidity coming through and being circulated around your skeletal system. And how is it going to work? Are your bones lifting up your arms, or are your arms lifting up your bones? How is it all working? Everybody might have a different way to look at that. And I don't want to burst your bubble by having any kind of weird scientific issues. So just enjoy it, whatever way it takes, because ultimately we don't know everything, but the mystery is so beautiful because there's so much to learn in the mystery, right? But it's true. We know there's so much about the human body, but sometimes we don't know that much about it. Yet they know like about some 50,000-year-old ice particles that they find on Saturn or something like that. So it wouldn't hurt to know a little bit about your body. All right, so we're not going to do take 5. Let's just jump into our rhythm ladder today. So feeling the energy that you just did without playing yet, I want you to feel our rhythm building blocks, starting with the pulse. And how do we know this one? This is going to end up with 30-second notes, which is how fast? 8 per pulse, 8 subdivisions per pulse. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the way you get to 8s is 1, 2, 3, 4, playing both together and just scattering them. So that's going to start here, maybe even a little slower. And then you have, let's try to have stepping. If you want to stand up, you can. You can do a box step, because we're going to do in relationships of 4, right? And then we have the count, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're going to move through the subdivisions. Let's do 2 times on each line, okay? 2 times on each line, starting off with the quarter notes. Here we go. So tek and ka. So tek, ka, tek. I just really want you to just drop and lift. Da, ka, tek. Now let's do 8th notes. Now we could bounce. Te, ka, te, ka, te. So you're focusing on your body mechanics at the same time taking the pulse and subdivisions. Let's do triplets and tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. As you creep up, it's always slower than you think. Da, da. Let's do 16th notes. 4s. Tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. Quintuplets. Tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6s. Tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 7s. Tek-ka, 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 tekka, 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 tekka. The 8s. Tekka, 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 tekka. Back to the top. 1 time each line. Tek, ka, tek, ka. 8s. Tek, ka, tek, ka. Triplets. Tek-ka, 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 tek. 4s. Tek-ka, 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 tek. Quintuplets. Tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. 6. Tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. 7s. Tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 8s. Tek-ka, 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 tek-ka. Half a bar for each line. Tek. Ka, jump to 2s. Tek, teka, tek. 3s, teka, teka. 4, teka, teka, teka. 5s, teka, 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 teka. Teka, 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 teka. The 7s, teka, 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 teka. 8s, teka, teka, teka. Do that one more time. Tek, ka. Next, teka, teka. Next, teka, teka. Next, teka, teka. 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6. Teka, 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 teka. Cool. Just locking into, that's a lot of switching gears really, really fast. And that can become a challenge to switch gears, but hey, you know, it's good, and those are really good building blocks for all you out there. So let's just pick up our drums. Let's just go. Hopefully some of you, I'm not sure, Brandy might be able to know this, but those people who come in this class, if it's your first time ever, let's just do a quick review of the strokes, and then we're going to do some call and response things, okay? Let me get this over here so we get a good sound. The doom is going to be our bass tones, which you can do just by bouncing the hand into it, just like you had in your hand. I'm not going to go over it too much. There's also a video called Tones and Strokes on the online classes page. That's all for free for you to watch. There's also one called the Rhythm Building Blocks, and there is a visualization. And you can look at those before you take this class if you're going to repeat it. All right, you can also do with the thumb, as you know, this way, which is the thumb turning this way, like the forearm. Okay. All right. You can do the tech sounds. So there's a couple other dooms too. You can just play in the center. Forgive me for overlooking that. Just off the skin going this way, or the index finger. Doom, the other doom. So full hand, thumb, tops of the fingers, and then sometimes the fourth finger when you're playing handheld. And we'll do that maybe later. And then the techs are on the edge. So let's focus on the techs for a second. Just the middle three fingers at first. You feel the end of the whipping of the motion of the tail. Right. Good. Twice as fast. Now you can really feel the bounce. Top pads on the edge of the drum. And you go tech, tech, tech. Bounce, bounce, lift. Bounce, bounce, lift. Bounce, bounce, lift. Okay, let's try the ring finger. Ring, ring, ring. Using the thumb to counteract. And the middle finger. Good. And then the index finger like this. Good, one on each. So ring, 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 middle, 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 index, index, index. Ring, ring, ring. Again. Good, and if you isolate them, you can do that. Ring, middle, index. Ring, middle, index. You can put the whole finger on the drum. There you go. Ring, middle, index. Ring, middle, index. And then a lot of times you'll just do a roll that way. If you're going from ring, middle, index, 3 on here and 1 here, a 4-stroke roll. Look how it happens here at the edge when you just drop your hand here, put the flesh of the thumb there, put the first knuckles over, and then just lift this up so you have a straight finger, not coming at it from the curve or the back, right? And then if you're going to play a roll with these 3 fingers, then you would go to the ka. But of course, a lot of our rolls, and some of the ones we'll do today, go from this hand to there. We'll get to that in a little bit. But you're also going to use our pinky on this one. So, I'm thinking you could pull up, I'm not sure if our ultimate warm-up is on there, the ultimate finger warm-up. But let's, for a second, River's got to find his water. So make sure you are ready to play some single digits. And the trick with playing with the fingers, it's not digitizing, or it's not like playing with a computer like that. It's throwing the whole hand in it and then just doing it that way. So let's just focus. We're just going to go 1, like a pianist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index. Thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index. So if you don't have a drum between your legs or a fancy sound like this, you just put it between your calves. I can't show them as well. I could do it since your camera's in there. You could show how the other folks in the class are doing. Brandy, what do you think? And you would just have it like this. Okay? Actually, not like this. This is a very bad example. Show them. You see them? You see those folks in the class how they're just putting on the cap? Some have it lower, some have it higher. Just depends. We're not going for the tone so much of just how to do it in that particular way. Of just loosening up the fingers. Specifically, the sound of one hand clapping, letting go of that pin in that first knuckle, because that's how you're going to bounce your fingers out of there. We're going to put the whole finger on the drum. So once again, if we put both hands together, it's thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index, one more, thumb, index, middle, ring. Now, at the same speed, we're going to stagger them like this. Thumb, thumb, middle, index, middle, middle, ring, ring. Then pinky, pinky, ring, ring, middle, middle. Let's do that again. Once again, it's thumb, thumb, I'm bouncing, index, index, middle, middle, ring, ring, pinky, pinky, ring. There you go. You can do this on your knees, on your laps, anywhere. And as we move up the ladder, this is going to stay the same the whole time. Pinky, pinky. All right, now we're going to double it and do eighth notes. Here we go. Thumb, thumb, index, index, middle, middle, ring, ring, pinky, pinky, ring, ring. Sounds like this over here. Dun, 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 dun. So nice thick tone. But we're really just not so much about a tone for this particular one, just loosening things up. Again, dun, 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 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now what if you go to triplets and dun 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 dun. Pinky, index. One more time. I'm not even going to explain it. Just thumb, ring, da da da. Still the same exact pattern. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm not going to really explain that one because that's something that could take a little bit. But basically, you're still just doing the same, but you're subdividing into triplets. Like 1. If I do a little bit slower, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Done. Then there's still the same pattern over, and then halfway pinky. Good, because what we really want to do is 16th notes. And the way to do 16th notes is to go thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, index, middle. So these are eighth notes, but do them together with the same hand. Don't forget, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky. And this is the ultimate one. Dun, dun, dun. And get ready. One more time, or we're going to stagger them. You'll get 16th notes. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thumb, pinky, thumb, pinky. I'm bouncing, bouncing. Put those first pads on there if you can. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4. You got it. Thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index. Nice and loose, and you got it. For this time, I go in the middle. Pinky, pinky. What? You don't know what to do with your pinkies? Oh, let's do the pinkies for a second. Pinky's more of the side of the hand. You're just kind of doing that. It's not this, it's that. Pinky, 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 ring, 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 ring. Middle, 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 middle. Curve in for the index, 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 index. And then the thumb. Let's do the whole thing. And thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, index, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. And if you feel like doubling it, of course you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everybody in the class has got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Digga, 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 digga. And nice and loose, lifting up the sternum and stop. At whatever speed you want to do that. And this is the kind of thing when you're sitting in your dentist chair or whatever, and you could put some mindfulness to your, if somebody says you're mindlessly tapping, don't. Put some mindfulness to it, and these kind of exercises can be grand for it. And then you're ready, right? And then you're ready to rock and do some things. So, and let's just go through a couple of little combinations of different things, and then we're going to go right into our Tihai piece, which is, we did that last week, and that proved to be rather interesting and cool thing because it puts your mind into a different place of how you can use fill-ins and flurries and ends of cadences and so on. So just really quick, just incorporating everything we did with the rhythmic ladder, maybe some of the fingers. If you want to do a roll now and using your non-dominant hand, you could put all those 4 fingers reaching through. Of course, in slow motion, it's pinky, ring, middle, index, tech. 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 Right? Because we're going to do 2 pieces today that will incorporate roll, and you'll see me just throwing them in there right before a tech or a doom sometimes. Ka, 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 tech. And I'm going for I'm reaching towards the center, kind of getting a dry sound sometimes, and then eventually you just roll them from pinky to index, and you get a 5-stroke roll. Ra, tech. That's it. Sometimes you go the other way, from the tech to the ka, but a lot of time you'll go to the tech, like doom, roll tech, tech, doom, roll tech, tech, doom. And sometimes you'll play a 9-stroke roll by playing both. Roll, tech, tech, doom, tech, 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 doom. But we're not going to focus on that so much today, but if you see me doing that's what I'm doing. Right now it's doom, ka, tech, tech, doom, ka, tech. And then if you put a ka after the tech is when it gets tricky. Roll tech, ka, tech, doom, roll tech, ka, tech, doom, roll tech, ka, tech. You got to come back out for the ka. Roll tech, ka, tech, doom, ka, tech, ka, tech, doom, roll tech, ka, tech, doom, roll tech, ka, tech, doom, roll tech, a tech, a tech, doom, roll tech, a tech, a tech, doom, roll tech, a tech, a tech. Great. So many ways to do all that. All right, so if we're going to use 30-second notes, can we get 30-second notes there? We could throw some of those in there. Let me turn this microphone this way so it changes the... All right, that's more better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's do a few rhythms, just call and response. Let's do this first. Doom, doom, teka, tek, doom, kaka, pa. Doom, doom, teka, tek, doom, kaka, pa. Doom, doom, teka, tek, doom, kaka, pa. Doom, doom, teka, tek. Good, let's explore that. Let's go like this. Doom, kaka, tek, kaka, doom, kaka, pa. Doom, kaka, tek, kaka, doom, kaka, pa. Nice and bouncy. Doom, kaka, tek, kaka, doom. Now let's focus on the tones. Doom, tech, doom, make it ring. Doom, kaka, tech, kaka, doom. One more time. Good, let's do this. Teka, 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 doom, doom, pa. Teka, 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 doom, doom. Teka, 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 doom. One more time. Good, let's do 6 stealthets. Teka, 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 doom, doom, pa. Teka, 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 doom, doom, pa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doom, doom, pa. One more. Let's do 30-second notes. Teka, 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 doom, doom, pa. Teka, 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 doom, doom, pa. Teka, 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 doom. One more. Teka, 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 doom, doom, pa. There we go. Doom, doom, teka, tek, doom, teka, pa, ka. Doom, doom, teka, tek, doom, teka, pa, ka. Doom, doom, teka, tek, doom, teka, pa. One more. Good. Let's do a shift to telly. Going doom, ka, tek, doom, teka, pa. Doom, ka, tek, doom, teka, pa. And doom, ka, tek, doom, teka, pa. Doom, ka, tek, doom. One more time. Doom, ka, tek, doom. Good. Now let's go. Doom, teka, doom, kaka, pa. Doom, teka, doom, kaka, pa. Doom, teka, doom, kaka, pa. One more. Teka, doom. Now let's try this. Teka, teka, pa. 4, 4, 6, 1. Teka, teka, pa. One more. Good. Let's do a triplet variation. Doom, kaka, doom, kaka, pa. ka ka teka ka doom ka ka pa. Feel the swing. Let's fill it in a little bit. Doom teka teka tek teka teka doom teka teka pot. Doom teka teka tek teka teka doom teka teka pot. Two more. Doom teka teka tek. Good. 16th and doom doom teka tek doom teka pa. Doom doom teka tek doom. Good. That's a good switch. Doom doom teka tek. One more. Doom doom. Good. Let's try some of these. Teka 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 doom kaka pa. Teka 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 doom kaka pa. 6, 4, doom kaka pa. And teka 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 doom kaka pa. How this? Teka teka tek teka teka tek doom doom pa. Teka teka tek teka teka tek doom doom pa. Good. Teka teka tek teka teka tek doom doom pa. One more. Let's do 30-second triplet with this. Kateka tek kateka tek kateka doom pa. Kateka tek kateka tek kateka doom pa. Kateka tek kateka tek kateka doom pa. Kateka tek kateka tek kateka doom. One more. Kateka tek kateka tek kateka. Then this one. Teka 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 pa. Teka 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 pa. Good. 4, 6, 4. One more. Teka 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 teka. And then doom ka tek ka tek ka tek ka pa. Doom ka tek ka tek ka tek ka pa. Doom ka tek ka tek ka tek ka pa. Teka doom ka tek ka tek ka tek ka pa. One more. Variety on that. Going doom ka tek ka doom ka tek ka pa. Doom ka tek ka doom ka tek ka pa. Good. Doom ka tek ka doom ka tek ka pa. One more. And then this one going doom 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 ka tek pa. Doom 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 ka tek pa. Doom 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 ka tek pa. One more. Doom 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 ka tek. And then the sixth couplet going teka 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 pa. Teka 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 pa. Or teka 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 pa. Same rhythm. Tight, sit, swing. One more. Teka 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 teka. And then of course 30 seconds. Teka 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 pa. Teka 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 pa. Breathe. Breathe out. One more. Breathing in for 4. And last. Okay. It's good to remember to breathe while you're playing, and it's good to remember to breathe while you're playing something fast, because what happens, if you watch yourself, you tend to hold your breath, and it just happens. So if we look at our Tihai, last week actually a while ago, we were doing the first Tihai, which is basically a thing where you play 3. If you use this as like as a cadence or a fill-in at the end of a structure or harmonic cycle, a Tihai could be anything really. In our first introduction one, I'm not sure if Brandy has the 1A or the 1 up right now. The 1, you can see what it's like to spaces. You can basically have I'm going to use a 3-unit thing, and the basic Tihai is going to be this: teka teka doom, teka teka doom, 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? And then if you put them together, if there's no space in it, it just goes teka teka doom, teka teka doom, teka teka doom. All right? If you look at that in that where it says 4/4 melody with Tihai 0, that's because there's no spaces in that one. Now, of course, the Tihai is not just teka 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 the whole time. It's two tekas and a doom. That's what creates this phrase. Teka teka doom, teka teka doom, teka teka doom. And the last beat, which is the 9th part of it, I'm going to have written up there, is actually the 1 of the top of the rhythmic cycle. So if you're playing something in 4, like you'll see the second line of melody, doom, doom, teka pa, doom, teka pa, teka, 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 doom, teka, teka, doom, teka, teka, doom, doom. And then you go back to the doom, doom. So that the last phrase, like I said, is the one of the next phrase. And then each time you do it, there's different ways and there's different names for them too. If you have one space in it, if you look at the greens, if you look at the green one there, right, on the one, you still have the melody one up. She has the one that's up there. And by the way, the Dropbox file did not get updated. The first level was cool. The second one got updated like at 6:45. Sorry. And the Tihai got put into there. And also the Take 5 piece. Sorry, but it's all there now. It'll be in there forever. So that one, how will that one go? If you put this space in it, teka teka doom space, teka teka doom space, teka teka doom. And then that's the top. And then the same thing happens with number 3, right? Number 2 it has the 2 spaces. Teka teka doom space space, teka teka doom space space, teka teka doom. It's not what you see in TV land, they have it over there. And then you could have 3 spaces and 4 spaces, so on, right? If you look at the last one, teka teka doom space 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 space, teka teka doom space 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 space, teka teka doom, and then that becomes the one. And there's lots and lots of ways I could go into it, but right now, just visually seeing it, you know what's happening. So if you go into 1A, if you don't mind, because we've done one before, and we're doing this more advanced one, you can fill in the spaces. This goes for any Tihai, and then in the future weeks, we'll go into whole different Tihais, because there's like thousands of them, or just actually the possibility is kind of infinite. You can make a 3-beat Tihai, 4-beat, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then each time add more or less spaces in them. So just so many combinations. On this one, we are filling in that basic Tihai, which is a very common one to do that. Why do a group of 3? Because if you're playing just in 4 all the time, a good way to play a rhythmic structure and to get you at the end of a harmonic sequence, be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And it's a good way to keep like a loop and to change it up. It's kind of familiar, but you're changing it up and telling the other musicians, hey, there's a change coming up. So we're going to fill the spaces in with a triplet. So before we do that, let's try melody, the first melody with no spaces in it. It's called Tihai 0 for that purpose. And we all know doom melody, and if you don't, you sure will get the hang of it by the end of this. 1, 2. Here's the first example. Doom, doom, teka ba, doom, teka ba. You play that again. You go to the second line. Doom, doom, teka ba. And then you go teka teka doom, back to the doom, doom. So just like that. Second line. Second line. So now second line, then you go teka teka doom, doom. Good. Now let's do Tihai number 1. We're gonna add that space with a 16th note triplet. 2 of them together would be a sextuplet, but it's just half one. And each one will dictate where it goes. If you have one triplet, you're going to start with your non-dominant hand because you want to end up on the tek. Sometimes you'll end up on a doom, depending on the phrase. But so you have to start with a ka hand. Let's just do the green part. It's 5 beats. It goes teka teka doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. That would be the top. Again, 1, 2, ready, and teka teka doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. Let's just try it in context. This is the second example. Tihai 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doom, doom, teka ba, doom, teka ba, teka doom, doom, teka ba, doom. Next line. Doom, doom, teka ba, doom, teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. That's the top. Makes sense? Maybe. Doom, teka ba, doom. Second line. Doom, doom, teka ba, doom, teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. Then we'll do some music, so it'll make more sense. Let's do the next one. Now, when there's 2 16th note triplets in a row, then you can start with your dominant hand. Let's do that 6 beat. It's turning into a 6 beat. Now, each time you add 2 spaces, which are 2 8th notes, so now it's a 6 beat. So it goes from 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8. If you're checking out the math and our rhythmic pyramid, there's so many rhythmic pyramids in here, right? So how does this one go? Teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, teka 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 doom. Now that one's trickier. You start your triplet with your lead hand, but sometimes the teka is on the upbeat. just like it is with the spaces. Let's do that again. 1, 2, ready, and teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, teka 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 doom. One more time. Teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, teka 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 doom. Okay, so in some ways that's easier because you start here, but it's harder because where it lands. Let's do the next one. Tihai 3. Right, we're going to have 3 beats. Space, but they're going to be triplets. Let's do this one slower. 1, 2, ready, and teka teka doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. Again, and teka teka doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. Let's put that one in context. 1, 2, that whole thing. Doom, doom, teka pa, doom, teka pa, teka doom, doom, teka pa, doom, teka. Next line. Doom, doom, teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. Let's do that again. Second line, ready, doom, doom, teka teka doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 again. You gotta feel that one. Here we go. Doom, doom, teka teka doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom. Yeah. The last one. Should we do it? There's only one more. Teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, teka 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 doom. If you got a mind that kind of remembers and just thinks of them as patterns, so now you know you just do 4 of them, starting with the teka. All right, let's try that. Let's try it in context. It'll just make more sense. A 1, 2, ready, and doom doom teka pa, doom teka pa, teka doom doom teka pa, doom. Tihai. Teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, teka 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 doom doom teka pa. And then you go teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, teka 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 doom. Good. Feeling like a pro? All right. I mean, now, last week I thought about doing this as stepping, but those sextuplets, it's hard to do sextuplets standing up, but we can. It depends what you're all feeling. Are you speaking for everybody? Sure. Trish said, yeah, yes. Wow. At some point, you want to step. So why don't we do it once with a track, and then we'll step with it. So let me make sure I have the right track coming up. There's a lot of laughing going on. Not that one. What is that one called? My eyesight is so good. What does this one say on top? Do you see right there? That's good. We're just going to do the melody part of this one. We're just going to do the melodious. All right. So, sorry, folks. Let me just get this up and running just to create joy inside of your rhythmic hearts. We're going to do each one 2 times through all 5 examples, okay? What tempo are we at? Okay, good. A nice easy pace. Here we goes. A 1, 2, ready, and doom doom teka pa, doom teka pa, teka doom doom teka pa, doom. Second line. Tihai, teka teka doom, teka teka doom. Easy. Doom. One more time. Go put some rolls. Here we go. Teka teka doom, teka teka doom, teka teka. Next one. Tihai 1 now. Second line. Teka teka doom, teka 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 doom, teka 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 doom doom. That's a very common one. You see that one all around the world. Teka pa doom, teka 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 doom, ka teka 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 doom, ka teka teka teka. Tihai 2. Then doom doom teka pa, teka teka ticka doom, ticka 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 doom, ticka 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 ticka. Yeah. Let's do that again. Second line. Doom doom ticka ba, ticka ticka doom, ticka 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 doom, ticka 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 ticka. Good. Tihai 3. Ticka doom doom ticka ba. Then it's doom doom ticka ticka doom, ticka 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 doom, ticka 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 doom. Great. Second line again. Doom doom ticka ticka doom, ticka 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 doom, ticka 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 ticka. Last one. Here we go. Ticka ticka doom, ticka 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 doom, ticka 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 doom doom. That's it. People in Nashville are getting. Hopefully in Hawaii they are too. Tihai, ticka ticka doom, ticka 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 doom, ticka 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 doom. Good. Sweet. Now we'll try a little bit faster. Walking. You don't have to step, but might as well. And I think most of you know. All right, just a teeny tiny bit. And how are we going to do all these? You could do this on a rig too if you want. But if we do it, and we do walkings in this class with 5s and 7s and 10s, 11s. If you've never stepped before, I guess I could say walking. It's really a box step, right? And this nice cushy seat out the way from my butt. I highly invest in always getting a very squishy seat for your. That's not very firm. It's not squishy, but it's active. Because if you sit on your chair for hours, you got to have the right kind of thing. Because it's just not. It's very unpleasant. And then you feel it in your lower back. So definitely invest in that. Have somebody give you one for your birthday, or whatever kind of holidays you cherish. So how are we going to do that? So we talked about in the first class how to hold it. If you're here, sometimes just like we have this kind of method here. That can be your paw. Hello. Swinging the mic. Right? And opening up the tekkas here. And really, as you play tekkas, and no matter how fast or speed you do it, you want to feel like you're rotating, right? Either the middle fingers or the ring fingers. I'm really, really feeling this rotation happening as you put your thumb into the drum. So, ticka 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 doom, ticka 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 pa, ticka ticka, and you just kind of whip it out and throw it out. And get under the drum, right? Don't let it come out here, and don't bend your wrist. You got to need the flexibility by keeping your wrists nice and open. Ticka 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 doom doom, ticka ticka. I think we're just going to jump into it. You're going to know what to do. And we're going to step in a box step, right? 1, 2, and it'll help you know where the Tihai lands for the 1, right? The 1, the psalm, is right there. So we're going to do with the track now. Step 4 for nothing. 1, 2, from the top. Doom, doom, tekka pa, doom, tekka pa, tekka doom, doom, tekka pa, doom, tekka pa. Second line. Tihai, tekka, tekka, doom, tekka, tekka, doom. Yeah, easy. Doom, tekka pa, doom. One more. Tihai, tekka, tekka, doom, tekka, tekka, doom, tekka, tekka. Second one. Tihai 1. Doom, doom, tekka pa, doom, tekka, 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 doom, tekka, 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 doom, tekka, 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 doom, doom. Feeling it? Again. Tekka, 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 doom, tekka, 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 doom, tekka, tekka, tekka. Yeah. Third example. Tihai 2. Doom, doom, tekka pa. Here we go. Doom, doom, tekka pa, tekka, tekka, doom, tekka, 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 doom. Tekka, 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 doom, doom. Let's do that again. Then it's doom, doom, tekka pa, tekka, tekka, doom, tekka, 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 doom, tekka, 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 tekka. Yeah. Tihai 3. Here we go. Doom, doom, ticka, ticka, doom. Ticka, 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 doom. Ticka, 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 doom. Yeah, you're a pro. Then it's doom, doom, ticka, ticka, doom. Ticka, 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 doom. Ticka, 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 doom. Ready? Last one. Here we go. Ticka, ticka, doom. Ticka, 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 doom. Ticka, 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 doom. Good. All right. You know what to do? We did that. You know what to do? Which ones were hard on that? Let's focus. Let's do the Tihai number 1 is. I don't think we're gonna need to do it any faster. I think that one's good. Right, Trish? Let's do Tihai number 1. All right. Let's make sure and then we'll just do these ones one more time. That's where we feel it. Tihai 1 and doom doom tekka pa. Second line. Doom doom tekka pa. Doom tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom. Let's do that one a couple more times. I want you to feel it. This is Tihai 1. Tekka pa. Doom tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka tekka. One more time on that. Get it in your body. Then it's doom doom tekka pa. Doom tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom. Great. Now on that same one, let's do this next one. Tihai. Doom doom tekka pa. Then tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom doom. Comes back to the one quick. Here we go. Doom doom tekka pa. Tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom. You need to do that a couple more times. It's Tihai 2. Doom doom tekka pa. Tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 tekka. Yeah. One more time. Here we go. Second. Doom doom tekka pa. Tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 tekka. Yeah. Tihai 3. Then it's doom doom tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom. Woo! I will say this is really advanced. And then you go doom doom tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 tekka. Well, that's a good one. Again. Then it's doom doom tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 tekka. Good. Graduate to the last one. Here we go. Tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom. Oh yeah, that's good. Then you go. Tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 tekka. One more doom. And tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 tekka. One more. Don't even think about it. Just try to do it. 1, 2, ready, and tekka tekka doom. Tekka 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 doom. Tekka 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 doom. All right, I know that puts you in a different place, and if you've never played belly before, then that probably just seemed really like a lot. But at least you feel it, and you can see how so many ways you can be creative and come up with your own cycles, and that just hopefully opens up, because the ultimate idea, not the ultimate, because some people don't like to improvise, but improvising in the sense that you're creating your own things. They could be improvising, can be spontaneous use of different things that you've worked on over your whole life or your whole day or week. And composing it, you might just want to just write them down, but improvisation is just spontaneous composition sometimes, and sometimes it's mindless, but sometimes when you put a little thought into it, it can create a whole variety and whole palette and vocabulary of what you can possibly do. So we're halfway through the class. Make sure you just shake your head, because that's a lot of information. We'll go somewhere really different on this one. In the last class, we were working on the Hijaz Mandira piece. So this will be like one of the we're going to do this and the Take 5 piece also, and the Cuica Heart piece. I think we could do each one in in 15 Cuica Heart, we just need like 10 minutes on. We'll spend like about 15 minutes on this one. And then we'll do, of course, the take 5 we did last week. Boo bop ba bop ba ba da ba doo bop ba da ba da ba da boo bop ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba da 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 do da. Just pre-shadowing. And of course, that's in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's in a little bit. Just 29.5 minutes from now. All right, so pull up your Hijaz Mandira piece. I'm going to pull it up here for our guests in the class. Now on this one, usually 7s, I don't put the spaces. The reason I put the spaces in there, the very first line looks more confusing than it is. Each line has 2 groups of a 7, 8, right? But there's a lot of 16th notes that are going to happen. So instead of writing those little double underline scores, things which I do sometimes, I just decided to add the spaces because that means that everything will have its placement in it. There shouldn't be any confusion. The very first line is A section and the B section are the majority of the piece. But the A section is just like an intro. So we're just going to take it section at a time, then we'll sew it all together with the piece. So our mindset in this is going to be very different than the other one. You're still going to be drumming, still going to be breathing, hopefully. Still sipping on your kombucha beer, whatever it is you have, your lemon tea, your ginger pineapple, snappy thing. I know a lot of people these days love sparkling water. There's like about 126 different kind of varieties of sparkling water these days. So pick the one you want. And the first line is a doomka teka teka ka. It's a 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. And the second half of the first line is doomka doomka pa ka ka. So it's the same line. If same hands. If you're ready, it's right left right left right left left right left right left right left left. If you're a lefty, it's left right left right left right right left right left right left right right. And about 80% of the piece will use that. Okay? So let's try the first line. I count 2 bars of the. I'm not going to count always 7 because it's just easier to think 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. 1 2. Here we go. Doomka teka teka ka doomka doomka paka ka doomka teka teka ka doomka doomka. One more. Doomka teka teka ka. And then what do? Tika 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 teka ka doom pa pa. Let's look at that. That's going to come up a bit. So look at the second line of the intro. If your lead hand is actually playing a lot of up until that the group of 3. Or the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 on the 5. Doom tek 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 tek. Just try that. Doom tek 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 ka ka. Doom tek 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 ka ka. Doom tek 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 tek. Right. Doom tek. Then if you fill it in, teka 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 tek ka ka. Duka 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 tek ta ta. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Teka 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 tek. Good. Now let's add the second half of it. Duka duka teka teka tek ka ka. Doom. Pa pa tika 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 ka doom pa pa. One more. Good. Let's do 1 bar of line 1 and 1 bar of line 2, just to see how they sync up together. 1 2 ready and doomka teka teka ka doomka doomka pa. Then tika 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 ka doom pa. Let's loop that again 2 more times. Just loop 1 and 2. I know when we really do it, the line 1s are going to be 3 times, but just now 1 of each. 1 2 ready and doomka teka teka ka doomka doomka pa ka ka tika tika teka tika teka ka doom pa pa and doomka teka teka ka doomka doomka pa ka ka tika tika teka tika teka ka doom. Great. Now the main thrust of this is A section. It starts off the same. Doomka teka teka ka doomka doomka pa ka ka. Then doomka teka teka ka doomka teka pa. That teka pa is because melodically you'll see it happens that way. You actually want to accent that teka pa. Second line. Doomka teka teka ka doomka teka pa. Doomka teka. Second line. Doomka teka. So you want to open that up, and you'll make more sense once we do it. And then the third line of the A section is the same as the first line. And then the last line, doomka teka teka ka doom pa pa. And there is an opening also in there on the 2. 1 2 1 2 teka ka doom pa pa. But you'll hear it, and just by hearing it, your hands will know what to do. But just make sure when we start playing with the music, one drum's on here and one drum's on the music. C section. Ticka 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 ticka. So there's that lick again, right? And then you do that. That whole lick happens 4 times, but they're gonna put a pa salad. So if you do the whole C section, it goes like this. I'll give you 7 for nothing. 2 groups of 7. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Here we go. Ticka 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 pa. Count the 7 again. Ticka 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 pa. Good. In a context, it'll make sense. I want to do it with the music, so I don't want to spend too much time without it because it's so much more fun with the music. D section. It's a different section. It's even a little softer. It's tekka tekka doom. So even when there's space, you gotta feel that 3. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. And so there's our roll. Right before the tek on the 3. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Tekka tekka doom. Roll tekka tekka. And that rolls with your ka. You can't do a double roll if you want, but right now it's easier to do it. So let's just try that. Roll tek. Remember we were doing that at the beginning for a second? Here it is. Roll tek, roll tek, roll tek. All right, let's do that one more time. Tekka, tekka, doom, roll tekka, tekka, doom. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Good. And then we do that how many times? Sync. All right, and then we go to the E section. E section is very similar to the intro and the A and B section, except you funk it up a little bit by putting doom ka tek, and then you throw a doom on that 3 section there, which elongates and makes it really a long 2-bar phrase. Let's try the E section. 2 bars of 7. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Here we go. Doom ka tek ka doom ka ka tek ka doom ka pa ka. 3 times. Ka ka tekka doomka, very funky. Tekka doomka. Next line, doomka tekka doomka ka pa pa pa. Really easy. Let's do that again faster. Doomka tekka doomka ka tekka doomka pa ka ka doomka. Then doomka tekka doomka ka pa. F section, no problem. Tek roll, tek roll, tek tek roll, tek roll, tek roll, tek. So now you're feeling the 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 doom tek up. And then when you add the first and third lines are the same. The second line, doom tek up pa. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. All right. And the fourth line is even easier. It's just doom pa pa. If you've noticed, a lot of and throughout the sections, the end, which is that cadence, just goes 1 2 1 2 1, or doom pa pa. Let's try the F section a little slow. Just all of it, just one time each line. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 1 2. Here we go. Tek roll, tek roll, tek roll, tek roll, tek roll. Second line. Roll tek roll, tek roll, tek roll. Doom tek pa. Roll tek roll, tek roll, roll tek roll, tek roll, roll tek roll, tek roll, tek tek roll. Doom pa pa. Great. I'm just going to walk you through the G section once at the tempo. It's going to make itself clear if you just play and just leave all the spaces. I guess some people say play the spaces, but don't, when you play the spaces, you'll be silent. 2 for 7s. 1 ta 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 G ta 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 doom doom ta 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 doom ta 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 doom ta ta doom tekka pa. Then doom doom ta 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 doom ta 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 doom ta 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 ta. So easy. And then this might be the hardest part of the piece. Now you do the 16th notes on the 3. If you looked on section C, for example, those were on the 1 2 1 2. Teka 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 ta. Now it's doomka doomka teka 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 doomka doomka teka teka teka. Let's loop that bar. 1 2. Here we go. Doomka doomka teka 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 doomka doomka teka teka teka. You got it. One more time. Doomka doomka teka 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 doomka. Let's move on. doomka teka paka ka doom teka pa. Then doomka doomka teka 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 doomka doomka teka 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 doomka teka paka ka doom pa pa. And that's the piece. I think we should do it just because it's going to be way more fun. If you're all ready in the room to do it. Are you ready out there in Wyoming and Texas, wherever you is, and wherever you be? Let's get it going on. Can anybody read? Does that say what I think it says on top? What tempo are we at? Yeah, let's do it. We got time to do it at different tempos. Let's do it right. Gonna hear 4 bars of 7. Ready? You can play on the Rick if you want also. Of course on the Doombeck. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, top. Doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka, doomka, paka, ka, doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka, 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 teka, teka, ka. Here comes the second line. Ticka, ticka, teka, ticka, teka, ka, doom, pa, pa. A doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka, doomka, paka, ka, doomka, teka, teka, ka, doom, teka, pa. Doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka, doomka, paka, ka, doomka, teka, teka. Good. Do that whole thing 3 more times. Doomka, teka, teka. Just fall into it. Teka, teka, ka, doomka, teka, paka, ka, doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka, teka, teka, ka, doom, pa. 2 more. Doomka, teka, teka, ka. Melodies your metronome. Doomka, teka, teka, ka, doom. 1 more time. Doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka, doomka, paka, ka, doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka, teka, paka, ka, doomka, teka, teka, ka, doomka. Great. C, here we go. Ticka, 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 ka, ticka, 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 ka, pa. Let's put a crescendo in the 16th notes. Ticka 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 tut. Ticka 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 tut. Tut. Ticka 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 tut. Ticka 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 ticka. Get ready? D. Tekka tekka doom. Roll 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 tekka tekka doom. Tekka tekka doom. Roll tekka. 1 more. E section. Doomka tekka doomka ka tekka doomka paka ka doomka tekka doomka ka tekka doomka paka ka doomka. Yeah. Again. I missed that. Sorry. 1 more line. Doomka tekka doomka ka. Second line. Doomka tekka doomka ka. Second page. Tech roll tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll doom tekka pa. Third line. Tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll doom again. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll doom tekka pa. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll tech roll tech roll tech. Roll doom pa G. Doom 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 tekka pa. Doom 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 doom. Here we go. Doomka doomka tekka 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 doomka doomka tekka 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 doomka tekka paka doomka tekka pa. Then doomka doomka tekka 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 doomka doomka tekka 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 doomka tekka paka doom pa pa. Awesome. I think we get ready to play that one fast. Feeling it fast? Yeah. You could always go back on these and really pay attention to them and play them faster and slower, and you can rewind in any dimension you want to do it. Let's see how fast that is. Can we do that? Take it. Let's just make sure you can do that. Good. Awesome. With the thing. Everything cool, Brandy? We're rolling. 2 more. Here we go. Second line. Three more. Try to react to the music. Two more. Again. C-section. One more. D-section. Doom. Roll doom. Roll doom. Roll doom. Roll doom. Roll 2 more. 1 more. Roll doom. E-section. Doom doom second doom pa 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 you ready for a second line? Pa pa. Next deck roll 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 doom deck pa roll deck 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 roll doom pa again deck roll deck roll deck roll deck roll deck roll deck. Woo, G section. Doom 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 deck pa doom doom da 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 doom doom da 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 doom. Keep going. Doomka doomka decka 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 doomka doomka decka 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 doomka decka paka doomka decka paka doomka doomka decka 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 doomka doomka decka paka doom pa pa. Ha! All right. How does that feel? You feel like a 7 demon, a 7 fairy, a 7 goddess, whatever it is that words you relate to? And that's how fast eventually we'll play it. Always feeling that 2 2 3. Always feeling that 3 in there. All right. Shake yourself out a little bit. Grab a drink of lemonade. Or lemonade and vodka, whatever it is you like. Maybe lemonade tea. The next piece we're going to try to do, I think we can do both pieces, because the last time we spent a lot of time on the take 5 piece, so we could just be able to whip that out in the last, I think we'll end on that in the last 10 minutes of the class. Let's do something totally different. Let's do something in 4 for a second. We'll do Cuica Heart for about 10 minutes, then we'll do that one. We haven't done this one in a while, and it's just good to get into pieces that, you know, we don't always do, and also different styles of music. So this one came off a Brazilian piece. I think we just might focus on the A and B section. I'm not sure if we'll do the C section. Just let's see how it goes. but it's just a matter of getting into a different headspace. All right? Do I need to make that first part a little bigger for yous out there, for yous here? Can you read the left side? Now this one's going to use singles and then doubles, but the doubles come at the end of the phrase. So most of the time you have a double, you know, if you play drum set or something like that, you could be right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, or left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. But it's really combinations of singles and doubles that make it happen. This one is right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Or left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. And that creates a certain swing. So let's just loop the first line. Okay, we have to get back in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And if you don't play all the cas, it doesn't matter. Those are just ghosted notes. They just help keep your timing. All right, just loop the first line. E and 2 E and 3 E and here we go. Doom ka pa ka ka doom ka pa ka doom doom pa doom ka pa ka ka doom ka pa ka doom doom pa doom ka pa ka doom ka pa ka doom doom. That's it. You got it. Great. If you do that the first line, do that the third line. The second line is just a little. You just don't play the pa. All right? Let's do the second line. 1, 2, doom ka pa ka doom ka pa ka doom ka teka. So you just let it ride. All right? Let's do the fourth line. The fourth line is kind of like this extended Tihai, but it's not really. It's almost like a hemiola 2 where you play 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. And that's a very common ubiquitous thing all over the world when you have an end of a phrase. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's loop fourth line. 1, 2, ready, and doom ka ka tek ka ka tek ka ka tek ka ka tek tek. Doom ka ka tek ka ka tek ka ka tek ka ka. You got it. One more. Good. Let's do line 8. 8 on the bottom. Doom ka ka doom ka ka doom ka ka. It's basically the same but different tones. Doom ka ka doom ka ka doom ka ka doom ka ka. Right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. You could think 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So they both end this. The A section and B section are so close, except for in the B section. In the B section, we have the rolls, and we change those middle dooms to a pa. All right? So on the fourth beat of here I write the roll different. The roll is with a ka italicized, and since the last month or two I've been doing that way. That's probably how I'll do it in the future, because now you know the rolls in the ka hand, especially in a close context like that. Let's do the fourth beat in the B section. Doom roll teka. So that's what it's going to be. If you just loop that, doom roll teka, doom roll teka. This is the fourth beat of line 5 or 6 or 7 of the B section. Doom roll teka, doom roll teka. Good. At that tempo, let's do the whole B section. 5, 6, 7, 8. Everything is just one time each line. All right? Oh, 1, 2, ready, 5. Doom ka pak pak pak. Doom 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 roll teka. Doom ka pak pak. Pak, doom, 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 roll teka 7, pak, 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 doom, doom, doom. Then you get doom, 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 go, pak. Does that make sense? So basically that line 3 times. I had it another way at one point. That's where each line is written out, but I decided to change it back. Do you want to do the C section of the fills, or just forget about it? Let's jump into it. This is one of those flurries that we learn. A lot of times in our class, I'll do these flurries where you take one little groove, one little flurry thing, and use it in a fill-in. So there's a combination of 2 of them in here, right? The first line, it goes doom, doom, teka, 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 doom, doom. Don't think about it too much. Just, you've heard this before. Dun, da, da, dun, dun, da, da, dun, dun. We're just alternating. That's it. Let's do the second line. I just looped the first line. The second line, the double is at the beginning. It goes doom, doom, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, doom doom, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, doom doom. That's it. And then the third line is like the first line, right? Doom doom, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, ticka ticka, ticka ticka. And then what's the last line? We actually did this in the call response at the beginning. Doom, doom, ticka, 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 pa. It's a sextuplet, and you accent the first two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Doom, doom, ticka, 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 pa. Again. Doom, doom, ticka, 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 pa. Let's try the whole C section, a nice slow tempo. So 1, 2, C section, and doom, doom, ticka, 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 2, ticka, 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 3, ticka, 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 4, doom, doom, ticka, 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 pa. Again, doom, doom, ticka, 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 2. Ticka 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 3. Ticka 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 doom doom ticka 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 pa. And we'll put that in context. Usually I go A, C, and then B, C, and use that in the middle. But I think for Brandy's sake, jumping back, that might be a lot. So maybe we'll just do A, B, C. You, what?
You can do it however you want.
You can move your fingers that fast? All right.
I'm ready.
She's ready. So we'll do A section 2 times, and then C section 1 time, and then A section, then B section 2 times, and then C section again. So A, C, B, B, C. Okay? All right. So I will do it with some music too. Yeah, I think I have it up here. What does that say on the top? Does that say Hijaz Mandira? So we're closing that one down. Make sure we save that. And I think this is the one. What does that say on top? Who's got this little thing here? Sorry, folks. Okay. We don't need that one right now. Let me just... Here's the one we want. All right. Let's see what tempo we're at. That's great. That feels good. I think we could do it at that tempo. Don't worry, it's coming up. Oh, 1. That was my fault. I didn't say I didn't have it lined up there. Sorry, folks. Let's get this. Here we go. It's gonna happen more. We're just gonna get 2. We're just gonna get. I'll count to 4, and we're gonna come right in. 1, 2, A section. Doomka paka ka doomka doomka paka doom doomka. Second line. Doomka paka ka doomka doomka paka. Deka 3, pak, doomka, doomka, pak, doom, doom. 4, doomka, deka, 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 again. Doomka, paka, doomka, doomka, paka, doom, doomka, paka, doomka, paka, doomka, doomka, paka, doom, doom. And then doomka, paka, doomka, doomka, paka, doom. 4th line, doomka, deka, C section and doom doom ticka 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 doom doom ticka 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 doom doom ticka 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 doom doom ticka 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 pa. And then you would go to the B section. But for some reason, my little hoobie doobie thing didn't do its hoobie doobie. It just rolled on out till tomorrow. So I got to reach over and do this incredibly arduous task. Now let's go right to the B section, all right? I count to 4. 1, 2, B section. Doomka, paka, 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 doom, 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 roll, deka, doomka, paka, deka, doomka, paka, pa, 8, doomka, 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 pa, again, doomka, paka, pa, reka, doomka, paka, pa, doom, 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 roll, deka, doomka, paka, pa, doom, doom, doom. Then 8, doomka, doomka. Get ready for C. Doom, doom, deka, 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 doom, doom, deka, 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 3, doom, deka, 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 doom, doom, deka, 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 pa. Yeah, and of course we can do that. We can do that in a variety of ways, but I think for the sake of the class, but just for fun, I want to stick on just the A section for a second, and we're just going to do it at just a fast tempo, just to see what it feels like. It's drummy, the ultimate tempo, because you want to feel that you want to be able to swing on that one. Can we just do the A section for a second, just at that tempo, just without the track? Here we go, and doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom pa, doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom, doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom pa, doom, tech, 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 again, doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom pa, doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom, reka doom pa, doom, just keep looping that. Of course, if you want to play the B section, you can doom pa. It's the same accent doom pa. Again doom ta, doom doom pa, doom doom baka doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom deka doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom pa, doom tech 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 doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom pa, doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom deka doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom pa, doom tech 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 again doom pa, doom doom pa, doom pa, doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom deka doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom deka doom. And then of course after a while you can improvise doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom deka doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom deka doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom deka doom. One more time, doom pa. Yeah, so all kinds of ways you can do that. So this is the type of thing where you're barely going to play the ghosted notes. Right? You're just gonna, they're just there for a grace. But once you play that fast, then you'll just play it in a different way, just like you would. Woo! Those things are busted. I said, must have had some kids playing on them last night. So that's the part playing doom pa, doom doom pa, doom doom pa, doom pa, doom doom pa, doom. So many things. So if you've heard that, and that's why it's called Cuica Heart, because it's an instrument called the Cuica. And you're playing that while there's a shaker playing. Could be a pandero. So many things to do. We could be here like for days doing this stuff. You can be. There's subscriptions and all kinds of things you can sign up for with our fancy Ash for Rhythm stuff. And the last thing I want to do, because we did it last week, and it's always good to do some jazzy things, is take 5. And we'll do take 5. We're not going to do this one. Pull it out, pretty please. And if you look at, just to jump into it quick, you all know this piece, right? So we're going to swing out on this piece. It's actually it was the #1 jazz single of all time for a long time. I think it probably still is because people don't sell records anymore. And your main hand, it's basically a 3 and a 2. Doom, if you get rid of the cas, but we'll need them because that's what makes it swing, and it's in triplet, it's a 5/4 in triplet feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's doom, tech, tech, doom, pa, doom, tek, tek, doom, pa, doom, tek, tek, doom, pa. That's the majority of it. And with a ka, it's doom, ka, tek, doom, ka, pa, ka, doom, ka, tek, doom, ka, pa. A 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. But how are you going to make it swing? You got to swing the ka, and that second tek is not going to be that loud. So how is it going to go? Feeling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's doom ka, ka tek, ka doom ka pa, ka doom Just the tall notes are this: doom ka, ka tek, doom pa, do da 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 and then you can fill it in. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka pa, doom ka tek. I'm just looping that intro part because that's pretty much the whole thing. All right. When you get to the second line now, if we're in the A section, the first line's the same. You get the second line, you add a triplet at the end. Let's do the second line. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek. I'm just looping the second line. Ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek. That's also the second line of the B section. All right, so the first and the third line of the A section are the same as the top. And the fourth line of the A section, you have a little triplet at the end, and then you do alternate at that point. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka tek. Loop that again. Ka doom ka tek, ka tek. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka tek. Notice I put a little swing on the doom ka tek at the end, just to give it a placement. But however you want to do that and phrase it in 5 is fine. 5 and fine, fine and 5. B section is pretty much the same as the A section, except instead of a pa on the last note, you have a tek. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka. Second line, doom ka tek, ka third line, ka tek, ka doom ka tek, fourth doom ka tek, ka tek, ka tek, ka tek, Basically like the fourth line, except you don't start with a doom. Yeah, you start with a tek. And I think we just need to play this with the piece, because I think it'll make more sense that way. Right, Brandy's, any questions about that? I think you've all heard this before. We'll end up going 4.5 minutes over, but hey, the class is for free. What do you want? We're just here having fun. So if we go 4 minutes over, it's fine.
I'm going to give you 4.5 more minutes for free.
Yeah.
So take that.
Thank you.
In fact, take 5.
Oh, smart. Okay, it's not that one. I'm going to find it. Does that say what I think it says? Da-da-da-da. I think it is. What speed are we at? Let's see. No, we can't go. No, we don't need to go super slow. You guys are wizards out there. We'll do like 2 different tempos. We'll do like a medium. How about? Yeah, that one's just good to get us started. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka pa. Go 4 times the intro. Doom ka pa, ka doom ka tek. One more. Yeah, A section. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka pa. Ka second a line. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka pa. Ka doom ka tek. Doom ka tek again. Ka tek, ka doom ka pa. Ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka pa. Ka doom ka tek. B section. Doom ka tek, ka 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 tek, ka tek, ka tek, ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka tek, ka doom 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 ka tek, ka tek. A section. Doom ka tek, ka doom ka pa, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka tek, ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka te ka te ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka te ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka. You got it. Awesome. That's great. So let's notch it up. I think we need to notch it up two more times because we're not going to do it next week because this is our second. We should do things for 2 weeks. One to get your feet wet. Woo! That went up fast. We still need two. We need two times to get there. Is that okay? Oh wow, we got 100 yeses in this room. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doom ka ka te ka doom pa. Doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka ka te ka doom. Doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka te ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka ka te ka digga 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 doom ka ka te ka doom ka pa ka doom ka. Digga 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 B-section doom ka te ka doom. Back to the intro. Let's do it again at this speed. Doom ka ka te ka doom ka ka doom ka. A section doom Doom ka ka te ka digga 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 doom ka ka te ka doom ka ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka te ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka ka doom ka ka te. Here we go. Doom ka ka te ka doom ka te ka doom ka ka te ka doom ka te ka doom ka. And if you want to improvise, some of you have some kids out there. Just whatever you do is fine. You could do whatever you want, folks, on this all night, but we're gonna have to leave you tonight here, 'cause we're at Asheville Rhythm playing for you all night long. We'll be here all night long, even after the cameras go away. We'll be here jamming with Jones Bread and Deborah's honey do. Thanks everybody, it's been real. We love having you here on the level 2 classes. We'll be here every Wednesday for the rest of 2020-21. 2020-21. 2020-21. Thank you again for coming, because we're here. Down. I'm gonna stop that because that's just a lot of take 5. We'll just be here all night doing that. Thank you one more time. If you have any questions, we'll keep the chat line open for the next little while. I think we need a little tom-tom roll. Oh, yes, to ease us into the evening. So many notes. You played at 7/8, the Hijaz Mandira, an Anatolian piece. Take 5 by Paul Desmond and Dave Brubeck, and of course Joe Morello, the original drummer on that piece. It made him really famous. One of my teachers was a big student of his. So many things, right? And then of course our Tihais, our Indian rhythm stuff. Hopefully you get to use some of that, inspire you to write some compositions, because hopefully you'll all grow up to be great composers one day, right? I know that's Joan's fortune. She's only 23. All right, folks, we really appreciate having you in here. Thank you for all your support, for all of you who have our patrons and our members and honor the subscription. You actually save money if you do the subscription. It's really, really cool. And we love you to be part of our Asheville Rhythm family. You don't have to live in Asheville anymore to come and hang out with us. So, adieu, 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 and we'll see you soon. On the next time, we'll be here, like I said, every Wednesday for the rest of this year and beyond. Good night. Sayonara.